The Minister of Education and Sports issues out a 1.5 point to the girl child while they are sitting their senior 6 exams. Today is what we're going to be discussing or looking at, like, what is the reason of this 1.5 point that is given to the girl child. Should it remain there or it should be eliminated by the Ministry of Education and Sports? This is Rukia Riyad and we are on Riyad Diaries. Today I have students from Medina Islamic Senior Secondary School. We are going to be discussing. The boys are like, no, that point should be just rubbed away, and the girls are like, no, it should remain. Welcome to the show. Assalamu alaikum.
Well, my name is Hussein Bukenya. Once again, the calm one. Yeah.
Bula Fashim Ali, the truthful one.
Okay.
Uslana Modu, the pretty one.
Warda, the confident one.
So I'm going to start with you girls. Since this issue is concerning you, the girl child, do you think this 1 point should be sustained by the Ministry of Education and Sports, or it should just be?
I would say yes, it has to remain. We're in a generation where we're still bringing up the woman emancipation. You know, sometimes when there's something they call behavior, where you go with something either to appreciate it or not appreciate it. So the issue is, if they put up that 1 point, somebody may look up to it. Okay, like you're in Form 6. You know, people be like, let me say you lack some self-esteem in yourself, but then be like, I don't have, like, yeah, of course it's going to give morale, because you're going to be like, I can't make 20. How am I going to get a government? If I get 19, I may not get a government sponsorship. And you're going to be like, wait, I'm a girl. I'm going to work harder and get that 1 point. Yes, to add it to the, you get. So we're bringing up the ladies because it's not really easy to study as a girl in school. We all know that, because we're going to have incidences here and there. You're going to wake up. You're going to wake up one morning. You're supposed to have classes. You're going to have back pain.
Yeah.
You're going to have a stomach ache.
Because of the period?
Yes, because of your period. For some good time, let me say. So you're in class. Niggas are doing really, really fine. No more senses. You're having a stomach ache. You're having a back ache. And you know some teachers don't listen.
You can't put the concentration there.
Yes, you're not going to put in your concentration. You're not going to be like, so I'm having cramps. You get. You're going to just sit in class. And even though you're having cramps, and okay, it's rare, very rare, for a nurse to give you a bed rest for cramps, because it's now something people find normal. But it ain't normal. It ain't easy to have them. So you're going to be in class. You're going to lack concentration. Literally, you're not even feeling fine. There is that anxiety, mood swing, all of the sort. You know, having that sacrifice as a girl, going through all that and persevering to be in school even after all that pain and all, okay, leave alone even all that. Girls are emotional. Studies, when it comes to studies, okay, compare it to the men. Girls are really emotional people. You know, you're going to have some small incident and it's going to like take you off. Not heartbreaks, something else. Let me say, you know, teachers here really, teachers in schools are really mean. You know, somebody may use you as an example in class. In a bad way, you get depressed, like really, really depressed for a week or even 2. Girls are really emotional, but then that's not on the boys' side. You know, boys, even when it comes to the heartbreak, a girl may remain in that state for, you know, they don't forget. Niggas, even 1 week.
They're back on their feet.
They're back on the track. They're back on their feet.
Their thing.
You get, that's their thing. They're literally fine with it.
I don't know if what you're trying to say is that boys are not emotional or boys don't have emotions.
No, you guys
They
have
may be
emotions, but they're
emotional, but
way
not-
less compared to ours.
Okay, this is the thing. This is the thing. So you believe the government should just look out for you? Okay, this is the thing. Do you know what would happen if the 1.5 points didn't exist? For
Okay, so
someone
why
like
are you
me?
saying the 1.5 point should be removed from the girl child?
Okay, number one, because it's not equal. It advocates for inequality. This is the thing. Oh my God. You see, this is the thing. She said herself that it gives them morale to read harder. Okay.
Yeah.
However, if it didn't exist, you would read twice as hard. I mean, there's you're reading with the 1.5 point as your driving force.
It's not your driving force. Let me tell you something. If you woke up, one day and decided not to read, okay, like you've never find a girl be like, I have that 1.5.
You said it. You're bragging about the 1.5.
No, I'm not bragging. It's something. It's obvious. Yes, you're having the morale. But if perhaps you're being all like, if it's twice, you do realize no one can be all like. And actually, if you get if you fail to get a point here, the campus 1.5 cannot. You literally need a principal pass to make it there. A 1.5 is not even two.
To add
So
on
without
that,
you working hard to add to that,
Okay,
it's
fair.
of no use.
Move with me.
to add on that, if because this government, the Ugandan government, has added that 1.5, it's going to boost the morale of girls, because even the government is supporting us. I mean, why shouldn't we read?
Okay, this is the thing.
You very well know that even the government is pushing me to read.
You have a way you sound like the government should just be behind you alone. Forgetting we are also under the government.
You're under the government, but you do realize you guys can have some self-support. Like, I mean, we were in a time, we're in a century where you guys were having it all to yourselves before the woman emancipation thing came in. And you guys, there is a point where like only men are supposed to be leaders, only men can speak, only men can do this. Right now, what they're trying to do is also trying to bring
It is equating
Yes,
the men.
it's trying to bring in the
Exactly.
equality.
That is
Bringing
why
in the
we even
equality
have
is going to force those
parliamentary
people
posts
to come
only
in.
for women.
I don't think so. I don't think the government puts up the 1.5 points because girls go through a lot. Because girls have emotional issues.
No, I'm sure girls go through a lot.
Yeah, we
How?
do. It doesn't mean
no.
we don't
you
go
look
through
at
anything.
you look at. I think that students who have come here and they got pregnant. You understand? First, wait.
Yeah.
So they tell them to leave school,
Yeah.
to step aside for some time. That is for they're in candidate classes.
Yeah.
The boys remain in school and study.
Yeah.
She goes home,
Yeah.
and then she has to come back and do the exams, the final exams. You understand?
Yeah.
So she's losing out. Yet you is responsible.
You're still at school. Like, I mean, you're responsible.
Why not the 1.5?
You're still
point?
here.
This is the thing. Whether or not she's pregnant, okay? It doesn't mean, okay, if she's pregnant, You're not. Are you pregnant? Why give you the 1.5 points?
They're catering for all the probabilities that may happen
Think
within.
about this.
I've gotten an accident. I broke 21 bones of my skeleton. What then? I mean,
Do you want them to put the
What do you want them to
1.5
do?
point for only pregnant girls?
Why do you think the government, the Minister of Education and Sports, should just put away the 1.5 point it gives the girl child?
Okay, for a start,
Yeah.
you literally realize someone would only give you something if they're helping you, or else if they're mocking you. Someone says, wow, this one can't manage to do anything for themselves. That basically means that the government is looking at you as a very inferior sex. They say that they are doubting your knowledge capacity.
No, I think like women are just vulnerable.
Try to listen to me this. Number one, we're not going to put a blame on natural happenings. Like girls have periods, for also boys have their own problems.
Like what?
No. For example, now you come and claim that you have emotions. Do you realize that also boys have emotions? We're not living in a generation. We're not living in a generation. No, we're not living in a
competing
generation.
for
Yeah, this
supremacy
is not
in
superiority or
No,
supremacy.
it's not about supremacy in emotions. What you're talking about right now is, it's obvious we're more emotional. Okay, at some point we get depressed
saying
and
it.
our
Thank you
lives
for
are
saying
much
it.
at stake.
You are-
Do you
you are
realize?
Because you'll
It's
spend
obvious.
2 weeks.
Do you realize that when someone is told
So the
that
1.5 is supposed to do what? Get you back
Uh-huh.
into your senses?
For example, your
Oh,
parent
please.
tells you, I'm not going to give you pocket money until you make it to the top 5 in class. That basically means that you're going to put in your energy. You literally said it that a girl would be like, I have the 1.5. Why would I stress myself reading even harder? Basically meaning that this point, instead of creating an an environment of hardworking girls. It's creating an environment of lazy, unreliable, and unrealistic women.
Just like I
What you're
say,
trying
the
to say-
government
This is the reality.
is advocating
this
You know-
is saying
women.
that
This is
the
the thing.
government advocating
I'm sure,
for
Husna,
women.
I'm
This
sure,
is not about
Warda,
women
you know deep
emancipation.
down,
No.
you know deep down that these points, this 1.5 point, okay, had it not been there, you would be more than hardworking.
Yeah.
You know why? Because no one is looking out for you.
You have
know,
to
you know,
work
even
your-
after they put the 1.5
yourself
points,
up.
girls are not performing any better than boys.
Yes.
You know why?
At the time whereby they come and they tell you that in a school with such a population of girls, boys still perform.
There is no
better.
girl who's going to be like, as I said it before, no one's going to be like, I'm not going to read because I have 1.5. 1.5 is literally nothing. Even though they give you 1.5.
That's a literally
The
big
government-
contradiction.
the
You
government
get
has
1
given
point
you
of GP and
1.5.
smile.
Even some people read, okay, like read without even barely thinking about it, not even having it in
Then
their
why
mind.
should
that
it
they have the
exist then? If you read without thinking about it, why should it exist?
Okay,
We
bear with me
challenges.
here. Bear with
We
me.
challenges.
I
Are
would
we
lend you my
live-
womanhood for a man.
I would basically, if it were nature given to me by God, I would advocate for it and then find
Okay,
better means of
let's first
holding
pause
it.
the switching of gender.
Yes.
Let's first pause the switching of gender. I'm sure, the both of you know that ever since that 1.5 points was put in place, okay, you've not had any year. I don't know which year it was put in place. Was it there since UNEB started?
No.
It
was
has
there
been
ever
there for
since.
quite
It has been there quite
Okay,
long,
it has
but-
been there
like
for
20, 30 years.
for,
Yeah.
for that time, 30 years, okay? And in those 30 years, okay, so help me God, I've been alive for only part of that 30 years, but I've not had any year where girls perform better than boys. I don't know why. Okay, you keep getting, which year? Do you have a year? Name it. Name the year. No, I'm not.
Getting a
there's
20 is
difference.
not
There's a
getting a
difference between
20
you
is
getting a
not the
20
same as
and
girls performing
a
better
lot better than
than
boys.
Last year,
What?
Last year.
girls performed better.
How?
Literally, for starters,
Statistically.
boys, statistically speaking,
Statistically.
boys perform better than girls.
Statistically.
Statistically, yes, the statistics show, the chart is there, it portrays it very well. You literally realize that most of the girls lie under 15 points, lie under
There is
14
no one below
points.
15 points on that chart. You're lying.
Yeah, no.
And most of them are
Statistically
girls.
You're
speaking,
lying.
and
There
most
is no
of them are
statistics
boys.
you're talking about.
No, let's speak about number,
That's
number
it. They're
of
all above
girls and
16 and
and
they're
the
girls
quality
most
of
Okay, we are
marks.
forgetting one thing. We are forgetting one
There are
thing.
many girls
We
more
are
than
forgetting
boys.
one thing. We are forgetting the fact that we are talking about UNEB,
Yeah.
okay, in Uganda, and bringing examinations
In school.
in Medina.
Let's talk about Uganda.
We are getting examples from reading
Because
because
you asked
right now you
which
guys
year
may be even giving us wrong
No,
statistics about the
statistic.
country.
This is the thing. Statistically, last year UNEB's results, girls did not perform better than boys. That's what I was telling.
The question that was on the head of the Minister of Education herself, what's wrong with the mothers of the generation, even with the 1.5 free points? Seriously? That basically means that you take it as a leverage. It's just a leverage on your back instead of being that booster. It's like a leverage. It's like you knowing that every month I'm going to get some free cash.
I personally
So,
think the 1.5 points is giving you overconfidence.
yeah, too much overconfidence, like saying that you put it in your mind that it is our emotions they are considering. Emotions? Let them put for emotional support people in the schools. Let them
them
handle
send
your
you
emotions.
Let
Counselors.
them make the
It's
1.5
my
for both
period.
genders.
Okay, let us advocate for you having bed rest at that time. Boys have problems. I break my leg.
You're
You
going
think
to
I'm
be
also
having
not
bed
going to
rest
stay in
for a
class?
week. You're missing a lot in class.
Thank
So this is
you.
the thing. You're looking at your
Okay, so
gender.
hold on. Husna, I want to hear from you. Why do you think the Minister of Education should leave this 1.5?
Just
For the
like
girl
she
child.
said, the challenges girls face in school are quite many.
Okay, this is how funny it is.
Give her platform. Thank you.
Your thing.
Yeah, there are quite many. The heartbreaks. You guys mess with our hearts. To start with, you guys mess with our hearts. You come, tell a girl I love you, and the girl will get too intimate with it.
They leave
and
it fall in
after-
love with yourself
Exactly.
alone. They leave
And
you
2
alone in
days
your
later,
drama.
the guy comes and tells you, I don't like you. And you spent all your time thinking about this guy, and you'll have to, why doesn't he like me? What's wrong
Sleeping
with me?
late.
Am I too fat?
What have
Am
I done?
Exactly.
Do you realize we are in Generation Z, a generation where women are the ones who play with men's hearts. Now let's not take it to the hard game, because the way you guys rotate around 5 boys, 1 girl, you break this one, you break this one, you break this one, and you are the one in the middle.
And you
Mastermind.
see
You're
that,
the
let me
ones
tell
who
you
make
something.
the
You guys
girls
don't
feel
do
it.
that.
It's actually you who said
Use
that.
that same brain, that same knowledge, that same statistic you use, that this one is giving me break, this one is supper, this one is buying me a new.
I don't want to give examples within, but let me tell you something.
I also don't want to give examples.
We don't want to give
again.
we don't want to give examples.
Bring the examples. We would
fine.
bring worse examples about you.
By the way, you go proceed, please. The platform is yours.
As I said, the challenges. First of all, Bukenya is saying that the girl will have 5 boyfriends. This one will give her lunch, supper. Not actually, that is not. It's not even there. Personally, I've suffered a heartbreak for 3 weeks. The recent 3 weeks because of they broke my heart.
Who broke your heart?
Good morning. No, your teacher broke. Your teacher told you that you failed
I mean, you people.
history.
There's a
They broke
difference.
your
See,
heart.
there's a difference.
Please.
So this guy who broke my heart gets a girlfriend just after 2 days.
Oh, sorry.
After the heartbreak.
Be like us trying to look for love.
Relax, keep quiet. So after him getting this girl, they date for some days, and the girl gets to know that I've been there and things have happened, and the girl says, I'm backing out. I don't want to be in your shit and stuff. And then when the girl leaves the jazz, the boy is like, I don't even care. He didn't feel anything. So that is where the emotions thing come about. I was depressed for 3 weeks, and he wasn't even. So why not the 1.5? And another point.
Please, just another point.
Okay, I'm going to forget this one.
Okay, forget it.
Okay, so each and every month, we suffer at least 3 days.
Say natural.
At least 3 days.
Natural.
Exactly.
It's not easy.
If we would eliminate it at least then, but we cannot remove that.
Order of nature.
Well, do you have that nature?
Oh, we
Do you
have-
go
no, this
into
is the nature boys have. We have to bear the mere fact that we as the boys are sidelined and taken to be the strongest emotional creatures. They take you to be like you can handle everything.
They think you can't.
They think
be
you can't, eh?
depressed.
You literally
This is the
sit
thing.
down
What
and-
makes us twice as in trouble as you guys is
Yeah.
the fact that we have to handle you guys.
Yes, you are our biggest problem.
You don't know.
on
You don't know
earth.
how. Okay. See that your boyfriend? I don't know. He's very irresponsible.
Whoever
by the way.
he
I don't
is.
know who he is. Sorry about the heartbreak. But you see the fact that he had to move on so quick. It means he has handled a lot of you people.
Yeah.
See, the difference is-
and the mere fact
thing-
that
Can you allow Husna to
Oh my God.
complete her point?
still advocating for the ladies.
slippers? Then I was still telling you, we spend at least 3 days in a month, each month. So every month we are going to have I personally, I spend 6 days. So you have to spend those 6 days
That is
in the
very
sick
exact.
bay. Yes, you can't study with that pain, you feel. So you have to.
It's this point.
You spend 6 days every month. I spend 31 days every month dealing with people like you.
Hey,
God's sake. For God's sake.
you
What's
can
wrong with
either.
us?
What's wrong with you?
There is nothing wrong with
What's
you.
wrong with
The pain and the emotions, just that 1.5 points is actually not enough. They would even add us more because we go through a lot. I mean, why not? Thank you.
20 points
Okay.
for free. Thank
In
you.
a generation where boys are struggling, in a generation where boys are hustling for their own education, a generation where where brothers are doing whatever they can. Brothers are students as well. They are doing whatever they can, such that their younger brothers also attain education. Okay?
But I'm thinking everyone is just doing whatever they have to do for their families to get to school, because I've seen girls who are even paying their school fees.
Have you
That's
realized
exactly
that?
what
Have
I'm
you
saying.
realized that
It's not something you'll wake up one morning and be
Yeah,
like, I'm paying
At a
990,000
time,
to the
at a time,
school
when we put
to
it in a
study.
ratio.
Okay?
Yeah.
That would mean you have to study in the evening, go look for money.
By the way,
Go
when you
look
put
out
at a
for
ratio,
yourself,
at a
okay?
ratio, at a ratio of 1 to 10, literally, boys take up around 8% of that, no, 80% of that hustle. Literally, let's stop using the word woman emancipation in a very wrong manner. Woman emancipation. Understand. That thing has already been gotten. now you're going to is it called toxic feminism? That feminism where you believe that men have been above, so we should be above men. No, that is now what that 1.5 looks like in this run. It was brought as a good thing, but now from good it's turning into bad. Women, girls, because literally when they brought it, girls started to work. Girls started to show that, yeah, now let's try to do our best. But now the Gen Z girls feel like they think of emotions. We are
So the
speaking
reason as to
about
why
a
the
time.
1.5 should stay is because you have emotional imbalances.
You're not speaking about
Seriously.
issues like
Like,
things like let's
if you're
say
seated in front of the
mental
president of Uganda,
imbalances.
the reason you have for the 1.5 points to stand is you're
Emotional?
emotional.
Academical imbalances, I
to
thought.
say, wait, okay, as the boys, why do you also want that 1.5?
We don't want it.
To be
we want it to be a
scrapped
survival.
off.
Because if you guys wouldn't want it,
This is the thing.
you guys wouldn't be even arguing about it, right?
All
right,
we're not
okay.
arguing because we want.
Okay, time is against us. I want you to give your last remarks on why the 1.5 point should
The ones
be
asking for it, let them
eliminated.
start.
Okay, yeah. Why that 1.5 should remain for the girl child.
As a girl child, me myself, even in this condition of a good school and sort, I'm still having issues. I also think about those who are outside, who are also in the far states, the rural areas. I think they're having more of a far worse condition that I'm having right now. We're having lots of hormonal imbalances, emotions. That doesn't happen with the boys. And we also have so many things to deal with compared to the boys' responsibilities. So, that wasn't funny. The
Responsibility.
thing is, of course, that 1.5 is necessary. It's more of a morale bringer. It's more of, how should I say it? It is something additional to the girl. We do appreciate that.
All right, over to you, Husna. Why do you think this 1.5?
Conclusively, that 1.5 point is very beneficial to the girls, and it should not even be scrapped off. It should not even be debated about, because why not? Like we said, the challenges, you guys even know. I mean, why am I even explaining myself? That's it, the 1.5.
We know it's obvious,
actually,
but you just want to.
thank you.
So, over to you, Bula.
This is the thing, well, I'm still Bula Fashim Ali. The 1.5 point, it can stay if both genders get to have 1.5.
You said you didn't want
You didn't want
He said, I didn't. Don't use his words against me.
Yeah.
You're on the same side like me.
No, you contradicted yourselves. We kept quiet.
No.
Should I remind you?
Can bring out the
Oh, I would, but time is
You
against
don't
us.
even have it.
Go ahead.
Time is against
Oh,
us.
yeah, time is against us.
So this is the thing. It can stay if both of us can have it. If we can't all have it, then it should be eliminated.
Okay.
Because the point for the initiation of this 1.5 point was to enhance girl education. They don't know that. Okay, it was to enhance girl education. Girls. Okay.
To come more in school.
Yeah.
Girls come to school. You have this 1.5. Okay.
It is a booster in
It's boosting girl child education, okay? But even after the initiation of the 1.5 point, we don't see any girls performing better than boys.
But that's a lie. But that will be a topic for another day. No.
We are speaking UNEB.
Okay, Bulaf, Bukanya, your last remark.
My last remark is, let us have a world whereby that point doesn't exist at all.
Yeah.
It's being misused. At a time whereby it was brought to boost the girl child education, girls take it as a leverage, not to revise. Parents have even forgotten the mere fact that girls are now many in school. For starters, boys suffer more than girls. Let's stop bringing emotional impact. Let's stop bringing physical on nature and then go to the real reasoning. There is no more man emancipation to be advocated for. Girls already attained their emancipation. They have the liberty. Now it's time for reality. We all have our equality. Let's go in equality in education. Than saying 1.5, the boy will be like, okay, let me work harder. Girl will be like, at least I have, even though I get my 18, let me go for 1 point. The 1.5 will be there. Seriously? Let's
So
go
in
in
the long
reality.
run, boys have a more driving force to success than the girls.
Seriously, yeah.
Bula
Okay,
Fashim Ali is
so-
my name.
Bukenya Hussein, the logical one.
All right, so that is all that we had for you today. We are talking or discussing about that 1.5 point that is given to the girl child as they are sitting for their final exams. The boys were like, no, it should just be eliminated, and the girls were like, no, it should stay. And you listened or had their points. It has been Rukariat on Riyadh Diaries. See you next time, same place at Medina Islamic Senior Secondary School. Bye.